bloody place on fire! Come on, this way! We can't leave them! He's joking, right? If we die for them, Harry, I'm gonna kill you!
For this assignment, I shall be discussing and analysing how the sound recordists and Foley artists have produced sound for the Room of Requirement scene in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. The dialogue for this scene would have been a mix of ADR and live sound, because recording the actor's voice as they run around, saying their lines, would sound very unclear and cluttered with unwanted surrounding sounds, thus making the scene sound messy and unprofessional. For most scenes in a film, sound would be recorded live, along with the visual. However, in some cases this is not appropriate, because it would be hard to record the actors' voices during certain scenarios, as can be seen here with the character Ron Weasley. Ron Weasley's dialogue here would have been re-recorded through the automated dialogue replacement process, also known as the ADR process, with ADR recordist Simon Diggins. For the diegetic sound of the furniture breaking and falling, Dominic Gibbs, one of the sound effects designers, explained that the Foley crew stacked up furniture and pulled it over with a rope. The sound of this tumbling furniture was recorded with boom mics and then would have been layered and mixed by Glenn Gafford, the Foley mixer, during post-production. Another sound effects designer, Michael Fenton, speaks about how they had the access and ability to smash up and drop a caravan full of crockery from a height using a crane to record the Foley sounds of the caravan and its contents smashing. The team would have decided to do this as it would have allowed them to capture a much larger sound which would have been more apt for the noise that would have been created due to the furniture crashing down during the scene. The ambient diegetic sound of the fire dragon and the surrounding fire in the Room of Requirement was recorded using a flamethrower that was brought onto set by a special effects department to give the fire a more authentic sound, although in some cases, as explained by James Maffer, the supervising sound editor, sound designers will sometimes use recorded animal sounds to enhance the roar of the fire. If the film would have had a much smaller budget, for the crackle of the fire, they could have used everyday items such as crumpling paper to cause the crackle noise you hear in the fire. The sounds for the wand would have been previously used magic sound effects, and new specific sounds would have been created with the use of software instruments and processors in software such as Logic or Adobe Audition, or they could be a combination of software and Foley. Here the non-diegetic background music kicks in to cause excitement and tension for the audience. The shot cuts get faster to match the intensity of the music and build up the dramatic atmosphere. Here, whilst the characters are on broomsticks, the dialogue would have been recorded live on the green screen set by use of boom mics. This would have been the most appropriate, as actors would be stationary. Also, the shots of close-ups at ADR would have been inappropriate, as the lip sync would not be as perfect match as the live audio.
He's joking, right?
Once all the sounds were recorded, they would have been dubbed appropriately to ensure that all sound levels are accurate and realistic. For example, the dialogue levels would have been increased over the sound of the fire burning, as the dialogue would have been more important for the audience to hear at specific moments. Also, to help with the realism, effects such as reverb and delay would have been added subtly to the dialogue and ambient sounds to simulate the size of the room of requirement. Footsteps would have been recorded as Foley, again with added effects such as reverb to ensure realism.